Hello Lions Nation. Before we dive into the sizzling news about the Detroit Lions' quest for an elite cornerback, we need your help, incredible fans. First things first, subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any updates about the Lions. Now, onto the bombshell news. ESPN's Jeremy Fair has spilled the beans that the Lions are in the market for a high-level cornerback to bolster their roster. So, are you ready for this exciting development? The name that keeps popping up in these rumors is none other than Marshon Lattimore. But it's not just about making a play, it's about strategically enhancing the roster and making some bold moves. Various sources indicate that Lattimore might be available for a trade, and this is a golden opportunity for the Lions. And guess what? We need your support now more than ever. Lattimore's recently restructured salary of $1.2 million makes him an intriguing prospect. But hold your excitement, folks, because it's not just the Lions eyeing him. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are also in the race for Carlton Davis. Financial aspects are in play, with a $13.79 million bonus and potential costs for the Saints, making a trade more likely after June 1st. But guess what? The Lions, armed with cap space, are ready to take on the challenge for a player of Lattimore's caliber. Sure, Lattimore has had a bit of a rocky injury history, playing only 17 games in the last 2 years. A lacerated kidney in 2022 and an ankle injury in 2023 might raise doubts, but the Lions see an opportunity to capitalize on his talents, especially given their willingness to take calculated risks. Defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn, who has previously worked with Lattimore in New Orleans, could play a crucial role. Lattimore, who was the Defensive Rookie of the Year in 2017 and earned Pro Bowl nods in subsequent years, might find a resurgence under Glenn's guidance. But here's the crucial point: the Lions aren't thinking of skipping out on drafting a promising cornerback. Instead, they're considering a two-pronged approach. Leveraging Lattimore's experience to mentor a rookie like Kool-Aid McKinstry could provide immediate support while nurturing young talents for the future. Sure, there are other veteran corners available in the market, but Lattimore stands out as the best bet for the Lions. His potential, familiarity with the coaching staff, and cost-effectiveness make him an attractive option in the cornerback sweepstakes. So, Lions fans, here's the million-dollar question: do you think it's worth taking the risks? In Brad Holmes' pursuit of Marshon Lattimore, could this be the perfect addition the team needs? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to show your love for the channel, leave a like and hit that subscribe button to stay updated on all Lions news and insights. #OnePride #Lions Nation. The Detroit Lions are gearing up for an intriguing offseason, armed with approximately $54 million in cap space and poised to make some big moves when free agency kicks off this Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. General Manager Brad Holmes is facing a multitude of decisions as the reigning NFC North champions, and the anticipation is high. One of the key choices is whether to re-sign some of the team's own free agents, with offensive lineman Jonah Jackson and Graham Glasgow, along with veteran defensive backs C.J. Gardner-Johnson and wide receiver Josh Reynolds, being top priorities. But that's not all. The Lions are expected to make a splash in the external free agent market. The Athletic's Colton Pouncey has identified potential targets, including cornerbacks Darius Williams, Tre'Davious White, and Stephon Gilmore. Additionally, the team may explore options among edge defenders such as Danielle Hunter and Mike Dana, along with veteran kickers Greg Zuerlein and Nick Folk. Pouncey is particularly intrigued by Danielle Hunter, who had an impressive year with 16.5 sacks for the Vikings. He suggests that the prospect of pairing Hunter with rising star Aiden Hutchinson on the defensive line is downright scary, albeit potentially costly. Hunter is projected to command north of $20 million per season, but the idea of a shorter-term deal is on the table. On the cornerback front, there's a mention of Kansas City Chiefs shutdown cornerback L'Jarius Sneed as a potential target, despite being recently franchise-tagged. If Holmes and his team can pull off a deal for Sneed, it might come at the expense of multiple picks in this year's draft. Speaking of the draft, the Lions currently hold 7 picks in the upcoming 2024 draft, scheduled for April 25th to 27th in downtown Detroit. The draft could play a pivotal role in shaping the team's future, and with the right moves in free agency, the Lions might just be gearing up for another exciting season. Stay tuned, Lions faithful. The countdown to the next NFL draft is in full swing, and the Detroit Lions are ready to take action with 7 selections. After the distribution of compensatory picks, some changes occurred in the Lions' selections. As many expected, Detroit did not receive additional compensatory picks in this draft. However, the team does have several third-round picks thanks to the T.J. Hockenson trade with the Minnesota Vikings last season. General Manager Brad Holmes' history of draft maneuvers adds a dose of suspense, especially considering the current deficit of a 4th-round pick may only be temporary. An interesting debate is brewing around the Detroit Lions pick at number 29. With the draft being held in Detroit this year, there is speculation as to whether Holmes and the front office would be willing to negotiate, considering that Lions fans would have potentially waited more than 12 hours for the selection. Some fans are even clamoring for a trade, especially if it means acquiring cornerback Quinyon Mitchell, one of the highest-rated prospects in the entire draft class. Here is the updated list of the Detroit Lions 2024 draft picks. Round 1, number 29. Round 2, number 61. Round 3, number 73. Round 3, number 92. Round 5, number 163. Round 6, number 204. Round 7, number 249. With so many opportunities and a unique draft atmosphere in Detroit, Lions fans can expect an exciting draft season. The Detroit Lions are preparing for a busy free agency, with General Manager Brad Holmes leading the charge and one of the highest shares of available cap space in the league. With free agency approaching on March 13th, the Lions are viewed as one of the biggest threats in the quest for a three-peat, especially after falling just one game short of the Super Bowl last season. Cornerback is the most prominent position on the list of needs, with the Lions expected to seek an outside addition at that crucial position. The defensive line and offensive line are also considered priorities, showing the team's determination to reinforce both sides of the ball. Dave Burkhead of the Detroit Free Press not only ranked the positions in terms of need, but also provided players of interest at each spot for the Lions. With market competition heating up, especially following the Bears' 4-year, $76 million contract with Jalen Johnson, the team will need to navigate this important offseason wisely. Also, in other news surrounding the Lions on March 8th, Lions linebacker Jalen Reeves-Maybin has been elected president of the NFL Players Association. 8 Lions players were listed in the top 101 by Pro Football Focus, with Penei Sewell leading the rankings at number 10. USA Today made predictions about the future of the top 21 free agents, with the Lions signing 2 players and losing 1. The NFL awarded compensatory picks for the 2024 draft, but the Lions were not among the teams covered. With so many developments, Lions fans can expect exciting free agency and strategic decisions from Brad Holmes and his team. The season is heating up. #OnePride #Lions Free Agency.